Get out of the autopilot and take charge. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's so sickening how many of us live our lives like accidents, you know, normalizing sitting on the passenger seat, belittling ourselves, finding comfort in living a fallacy, a lie. It's extremely antagonizing if you can sit down and think about it. The mere fact that each and every single one of us have, the infinite potential to navigate our lives to greatness. The mere fact that each and every single one of us have greatness ingrained inside of us, but yet we still fail to exercise those capabilities. That's the most frustrating part. We have completely normalized following the crowd because that has been conceptualized as normal by the society, while being convinced that having a different point of view, it's stupidity. And yet we get surprised when we see 99% of us fail. And sometimes we don't fail because it's difficult. No, we simply fail because we don't use our own logic. Because there are a lot of things that don't make sense. By the fact that we have a narrow perspective, we find ourselves trapped in a rabbit hole. It's completely absurd to live our lives like that, without no opinion, without no direction, without no objections. It's so sad because we constantly allow others to project their beliefs and their opinions on us and toy with our lives, which is completely wrong, because we shouldn't give other people that kind of power over us. So ladies and gentlemen, now is the right time to proclaim all of that power back into us. Now is the right time to take full control over our lives. Now is the right time to start, driving our own vehicle. Now is the right time to pick up the pen and start writing our own unique stories ourselves, using our very own intellectual, without anyone telling us what to do and what not to do. One thing that I have discovered as I closely observe is that oftentimes many of us, we give in so much to the beliefs and those society norms, and we embody all of that crap into our lives. But little do we know that all of that blurs us from looking within and finding those qualities and capabilities that are inside of us. That often kills our self-esteem because in our mind, we become convinced that we are amount for nothing and we should settle for less and find comfort in that. The point that I'm trying to make here is that we don't have to follow the crowd and wait on the queue or wait for a miracle to fall from the sky. No, because there are various ways to get on top of the mountain. If we can normalize being efficient ourselves, enforcing those capabilities that we're in possession of and completely, detox our minds and reprogram them, there will be a tremendous difference in our lives. Speaking about difference, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that there's an online course that I've created where I talk more about how to change the way you think in order for you to see drastic changes in your life. And if you are interested, all you really need to do is to simply go to my bio and click the first link you see right there, and that link will take you straight to my Telegram, and from there you'll be provided with the information on what you need to do in order for you to view the course, and hopefully I will see you there. So guys, my name is Johannes. See you next time. Cheers.